launch sequence activated.
I've been pacing my paces, no kamikaze. I've been making my makers say what I'm offering. We've all had behaviors and they were troubling. Smoke way too much, I keep coughing. I pull out all the stops to make a profit. When I get down to the bottom, I need topping. Come here and ease my mind, be my clonopin. Let me chug this thing and be proud of it. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours and you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours when you use the force, there's no problem. Pull out the peas, fill me up like a Reese's. When I'm with you, I'm holier than Jesus. Religious freedom, paid leave to get on my knees and pray to you if you're cool with cosplaying teacher. I don't mean to come across facetious, but it's all a joke to me and it should be to all of these. Sometimes I think it's the only way to stay decent. When the wind blowing that way, we ought to brave the breezes. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours and you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours, when you use the force, there's no problem. Last night got real weird, and I still got some fears. Oh, but you don't love me like I love you, and that always gets me down. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on the force, when you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on the force, when you use the force, there's no problem. Double A, double up. Yeah. Double A, double up. The money I color. Double A, double up. The money I color. 2 turns of 4, 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent. Double up, double up. The money I call up, call up. Double up. The money I call up, call up. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Throw me lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mixes drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up, double up. The money I call up. Double up. Double up. The money I call up. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital. The dash digital. Go. Digital. Digital. The cash digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital. Stepping like Marty McFly. Stepping, I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why. I never doubted me why. I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win. I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend. Only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids. That's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends. Had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win. You know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold. I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb. I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my calls are gold. Digital dash on hold.
Check 1 2.
None of my cash can fold, none of my calls are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital. The dash digital. Go. Digital. Digital. The cash digital. The dash digital. Run it up. Digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my way. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my biz. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to
Here we
month,
go.
and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's been...
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with the Road Dog. My name is Landon. We're taking a look at the market tonight. Right now I'm starting off the PEPE here on the 1 hour chart. PEPE went up. You know what that means? That means my paper trading thing just went crazy. It's not in the red anymore. It's time for me to take profits, man. I rode this thing to the downside. I'm up $2,400 on PEPE. I know. I don't know how to close parts of this, so I got to close it all. Take my profit. Got it. Boom, shakalaka. Boom. While I'm here, I want to grab a Bitcoin, take some profit. I know it sounds crazy, right? It's getting ready to go up, but it's just time. This account has done excellent since I took my hands off of it. Went from 100,000 down to 97,000 up to 172,000 with a $357,000 value, which is all monopoly money because it's all paper trading, but something that you can do over on TradingView. If you're not ready to jump out there, or if you just want to practice, try some different strategies. The paper trading thing's free. It's there. It's cool. I'm almost a half a millionaire in paper monopoly money. Awesome. Shout out to everyone. Make sure my microphone is on. Come over to the chat. You guys have got a long conversation. My chat rates are, what's at number 2? That's pretty good. That's not bad. Woo! Shout out to you guys. Who all we got here? We got Strega in the house. We got Mike. All my little thingy things in there. And Mike sent a $20 super chat, man. Mike, I sincerely appreciate that. Mike says, first, thanks for your calls on Suku and RBN with TA, accumulated with help. Second, funny you mentioned flat lines a couple of streams ago. RBN, 1 hour chart, flat lines, buy so far. Third, throw this $20 in a coin and track it on stream. Let's see how we can do that. So shout out to Mike, man. Mike, I appreciate your support, my friend. $20 super chat. Awesome. That's the biggest so far, my man. And we got Haven in the chat. Says my she went up. I'm going to look at some meme coins here. Starting off, there's some other things I need to look at too. Woo! So I got the crystal balls out and do some price predictions. We got Sam. So we got Strega. And we got Crispy Chicken. Look, Chris. Still looking for you one for you, Dave. All right, guys. So I think I just mentioned shout out to everybody there. Glad to have you here. Thanks for hanging out with me. And any of you lurkers, because that's what I do when I go and watch somebody. I'm usually a lurker. Ain't no shame in that game. I was in a trading group and I was a lurker the whole time. Never posted a chart, never really got involved with anything. Just soaked up what I could find like a sponge. Oh, did I not bring it over here? They rock back. Plug myself in there. My books came today. So I got a couple of books. They're small books about Fibonacci. This one being the biggest one. This one, right here by Carolyn Broden. This one was pretty expensive on for a book. It's like $70 on Amazon for this one. Found a digital copy, put it over into the Telegram group. Same book. I'm very interested to get started on this. And Telegram group over on the Road Doggy over Chart Room. I put it over in the student chart area. Down here somewhere. Yeah, right here. So if you click that PDF, it'll download it and open it up. And there you got Fibonacci Trading, How to Master Time and Price Advantage by Carolyn Broden. It's an earlier version, although it looks exactly like this one. Oh well. But she goes over lots of cool little stuff there. And Fibonacci numbers and the golden ratio, Fibonacci price retracements, extensions, projections, objectives, cluster setups, chapters and chapters of goody information in there. I'll look forward to absorbing it all and applying it on the charts, whatever new stuff that I learn. And I think that's what we all should be doing, is always adding tools to our toolbox, always trying to become a better trader, finding new strategies, things that get something that works for us, and then find things that work better. At least that's been my goal. PEPE is still doing strong. I probably sold too early, but you know, she was down like $1,500. So one of these days I'll figure out how to actually execute those trades properly on that paper trading thing. Until then, right now, let's take a look. There was a super chat I think I missed, and I think it was for XCN, right? Is that right, Mike? Let's take a look at XCN. I think I missed this one last night or something. I don't remember seeing it, but if I ever miss a super chat, my apologies. I don't see the chat as often as you guys do. But if I ever do, I will definitely do it. How's this? If I miss a day on the super chat, I'll give you 2 coins the next day. XCN, let's look at it over on, I guess MexC? Yeah. OxyCoin. onyxcoin. We looked at this one before, right? Yeah. I forgot to look at PEPE. I definitely want to take a look at PEPE too. So nice rounding shapes. I like the pattern. I like the shape. And again, when you're buying anywhere near these curves like this, you're buying at a great price. So picking up coins in these areas, in my humble opinion, you're doing yourself a big disadvantage if you're trying to trade. Meaning, if you're just looking for, just a 1 or 2x out of this, just jump in, jump out, I think you're missing the beauty of what you can do when you accumulate at these points in the market for making some serious, possibly life-changing money. As we'll just take a simple tool here, say we FOMO'd in right now. Price comes all the way back up to here at 1.7 cents, and you just, 8x'd that investment. How does that sound? But that's just the start. Now, what if you, and it takes patience to do this, but what if you ride it back up to where it hung out at through most of the bull market? That's 67, that's almost 68,000%. A lot more fun than your 20% gain in a trade or 50% gain in a really good trade. Don't you think? She's got a, well, we've got that one. And then we got the local one where we are right now. She's still on the accumulation, the micro accumulation zone, I guess is what I'd call it. I love fibs. They just make identifying a lot of this stuff so much easier. So swing high right over here to swing low with our fibs. Let me tighten her up. I didn't quite get her, did I? A little sloppy. Can't be sloppy. I don't like to be sloppy. Grab that little line I just drew. Oh, I drew a line. Definitely got a line now. So the 618 Fibonacci right here. Notice how right before it, between the 618 and the 786, this is before the rest of this ever played out that we could ever figure this out. There's some kind of wild math that kind of just predicts the future. It's weird. But in retrospect, looking back after we draw that fib, we can see that was a congested area, signaling that these are some great take from profit areas. If that fits into your strategy, just because I say hold something a long time and you can make those 68,000% gains doesn't mean that you can't, finagle a little bit in the middle. Sell them a little here, buy a little bit back, a little in and out. It usually doesn't play out very well when you use your whole bag though. It just doesn't. But that's one idea. But in my personal opinion, after she gets out of this accumulation zone, which basically is past this area here on the bigger fib pull, right? Let's take that bigger fib pull. Here's one, but this was the bigger one. Oh, did we just hold the whole fib? I'm trying to do that. So from this pull, lots of good confluence right there. That was the 786 area on the little minor pull that we had. That's where price is likely to get rejected at. So this area, let's just go ahead and let's just mark it. Let's just mark the bigger one. 0.0049, 0.005-ish right through that area. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the smaller fibs. In my personal opinion, the way I look at this is, however it accumulates and slowly comes up in this area, maybe take a little profit, 25, 30, 50% maybe. I doubt that she breaks up on her first try. Most than likely she'll come back and then you can accumulate. She'll probably come back about halfway, 618 area, somewhere through there. We track it then if it happens and accumulate, and it may happen once, twice, I don't know. But it helps you build a bigger bag for when it does go up to make those bigger, juicier gains. Then you can wash, rinse, repeat, come up here, sell 25, 30, up to 50%, pull back, add more. It's a nice little strategy, but I find it's easier if you don't sell your whole bag. That seems to be one of the mistakes I made. I would sell out my whole position, and then maybe the price would take off without me, or maybe it would go down and I would forget or not have my limit order set. It's easy to let things get away from you, and that's why sometimes it's just easier just to hold it. But if you are sharp on it, you can make it work for you. You can definitely make it work for you. And then right here would be another target at 19 cents. All of these are technically accumulation zones, the 236 fib area. And that's just a handy little way to find another way to find some targets, a little alternative way. So I'm going to draw a bunch of little, thick red lines, I guess, to kind of mark all those guys. So, I mean, sometimes I'll take that and at one pull and I'll get targets from different fib levels. But at this point in the market, until 5 cents is overcome, it's technically, your larger zone of accumulation. So all these targets need to be hit on every little leg of Fibonacci that we've done. Those are the first targets to be hit on each leg. So they should be good targets overall. And that's going from 0.0049 all the way up to 0.048. There's a 10x in there from a point that we haven't even got to. Well, that's making me want some of this on onyxcoin. I like the chart. I like the potential of everything that I've just seen there. All I need is just to get in one more coin, jeez. All right, so pull back if we are lucky enough to get back to 0.018 cents. Pretty good. We're at 0.002 right now. Nice scallop. Nice. We got a kind of a cuppy looking thing and another cuppy looking thing. 2 scallops. Dos scalopos. Whatever. Did we not? Oh yeah, we took that off because I think this is going to be a more powerful target up here. Anywhere in this zone would be cool. Where are we at, Mr. Rectangle? That's a pretty big area right there. And that starts right around 4 cents on up to 5 cents right there. Just look to the left, you see that. This was the 618 and that was the 786 in those areas. And this is the 236 in the bigger area. Juicy areas to take some profit. And man, just think about it. From where we are now, any of these targets give you a chance to moonbag it. Like if you put $1,000 in this, you can pull your $1,000 out here, and then if she comes back down, wash, rinse, repeat. Try the dang thing again. Try to get it twice. So many different ways that you can play this game. It's amazing. But I like it when you get a possibility to moonbag something and pull that capital out and then take it and reuse it, either on the same coin or something else. XCN looks pretty juicy to me. I likes it. Shout out to Mike for bringing it to my attention, because I wouldn't have been thinking about it. And that's a nice chart, man. That is a nice chart, making higher highs and higher lows. She's just now getting started. Should we draw some trend lines? Don't really have to, but it's kind of what we do on this channel is draw trend lines. So you might feel cheated if I don't do it. And I don't want to just feel cheated. Make sure you get your daily dose of trend lines. Ooh, look at that channel that we just popped right off of. The 4 cents, 18 cents may not happen. It's probably a good idea to draw some channels, Lana. Aren't you glad there's some channels? It may just be right down here to 19 cents. Always a possibility to wick down there. I don't know. It's a strong support level here. But the channel speaks volumes. She's getting ready to do, it's a bearish channel, and we're breaking bullish out of it. And that usually links to strong moves to the upside. So in my personal opinion, she's getting ready to rock it. I don't see any good. Yeah, there's some here. There's some there. I don't see a whole lot of confluence with that angle up through here, so leave that idea flow as it is. But nice for a retest idea. And you're on MexC too. Pardon me. Oh, I need to favorite you, don't I? And I've actually got a little bit of dry powder there. Put us a little order in there. See if we can take a nibble, build a position there. I like that. All right, so arweave, man. Wow. You know, it's not like I didn't warn you what she would do if she popped to the upside, but even though I was kind of surprised by that, I forgot what pattern she was in. And because she was at the top of the channel, I was taking a little bit of profits on some of it. And then I looked today and like saying $20? What? We're currently sitting at 18, but we've got all the way up to almost $23. Crazy. And looks like we were talking about it back when it was $6 and had something going on there. A measured move at 16.59. Still got my bag of arweave. I'm not selling. I'm gonna buy all my bags, but I do peel off a little bit. But because she spiked up around 20 something, I had to peel off just a little bit more than what I anticipated. So early. But next target in mind would be 27.67 is what I got, the 618 Fibonacci. Let's zoom out to the daily here and take a little bit look at arweave on the bigger picture. And so notice this pattern, both of these patterns together, when you kind of zoom out on a chart, very workable, and you see the results, what happens. So if you see this on the other charts, more than likely you can expect some similar results. 27.95, 33, 35, and there's still a lot more fun to be had way past that. That one's almost $37. Then what have we got? 47. So the 47, 48 area. Looking to the left, there was some congestion there. Kind of broke through it before, and it may do that again. It may go to 57 and just kind of fall back to 47. 57 is the main one. That's a 618. That is the golden ratio. We just automatically kind of gravitate toward it. I don't know why. It's one of those mathematical anomalies. It's just beautiful. It's just that ultra sweet spot that we just gravitate toward. And everything. My hopium prices. My big long projections using the trusty fibs. No guarantees that it will hit, but no guarantees that it won't. $114 turned $28 sounds kind of crazy right now, are we, right? Right? Like it could do another 10x with that bag? Yeah. Yeah, we're just getting started in this bull market, baby. Yeah, we see how high she went before, 89? If she does make a higher high, I'm cool. If she doesn't and only get to 57, I'm still cool. But me likes it. Right now, I'm just looking at $27 coming for arweave. Chris says, I was looking at ZETA too. Let's put that one on here. Or do I have it on here? Yeah, ZETA sounds kind of interesting. I gotta refresh my memory on ZETA. Before I do that though, PEPE. PEPE's interesting. today's the first day I looked at Pepe in forever, right? And yeah, of course she's like up all crazy and stuff, like 104%. But look at that nice inverted head and shoulders, and that's a beauty. That's a beauty. There's our neckline right there. There is our measure move, and there is our measure move target somewhere hidden in all this noise. At what is that? 281, and we are at 263. We're already past 281, and it went up as high as 298. But measure moves got you right there in that ballpark, baby. Sometimes they nail it, sometimes it's really, you always need to think of them as just a zone. You can't look at them just to always nail something, because they don't. 104% gains out of Pepe, that is coolio. Now remember, there is a good chance for it to pull back to this breakout areas, or at least to these other high areas. So if we draw a line from our high over here, paint that little guy green, just so I know he's a buy. So there's a chance to pull back here to the actual breakout. Doesn't mean it's going to. Also a chance to pull back to the higher highs than we had back over here. So pull back to 162, 192. Could be coming for Pepe for anyone looking to enter back into it. Who knows? I might do that on the paper trading thing. That's a good come up for Pepe, I gotta say. Nice and juicy. So notice, it looks like an Adam and Eve, but your Eve part went lower, which gave us an option to get rejected and then make that last little shoulder, making this a head and shoulder. So well, there's your little ideas. When your Eves reject, you come back and do another little bow, another little butt cheek, which really makes a head and shoulder pattern. With googly eyes. All right, so ZETA, let's take a look at ZETA. ZETA on, how about, I would have it charted, probably, no, I don't. Well, I did. This is perpetuals though, I prefer to do spot. I'm gonna go with MexC here. Oh, ain't you just the tricky one? Okay, I think I remember you. Nice, nice, okay. Since we don't have a lot of price history, I'm going to have to use fibs here, although we can definitely start out with channel. There's our, well, that might be the easiest way. Let's keep it simple first. This is what I normally do. That's so much easier. Now we'll see if we got confidence with the Fibonacci's. So maybe the 370 area could be coming into play here. We get a bounce off and just stay in this channel until we don't. Got one hump, two hump, three humps, and then a possible dump afterwards. So that's just kind of an easy way to think about it. Now let's look for confluence that will tell us if, hey man, you're on the right track. Yeah, it can probably hit that. Well, it suggests the 618. She went up and you got rejected at the 127. The 127. Just saying. The 161.8 on this Fibonacci extension tool. Usually the sweet target for Elliot. Speaking of Elliot, what you got, Elliot? You said you get a 5, you did an A, you did a B, you did a C, so you should be working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another big leg, which would give us another third hump. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I see what you're saying. I ain't going to disagree with you. I'm marking out this 227 area that's right above here in our channel area. Somewhere in the 410 area might possibly get hit. 373, I think, has a very good chance. 325 should definitely get hit. From where we are up to there, that's 28% gains up to our 373 targets, 47. If we're lucky enough to make it up to this area at 410, that would be 61%. Looking for maybe a bounce. Doesn't have to. Might not. Might just go from where it's at or at this 21 moving average there. But higher highs, higher lows. Looking good for ZETA, in my personal opinion, up at 252. Bouncing off this 215 area. I think I dipped my toes in somewhere around here, seeing that we were getting a bounce off of this support resistance area. Looked good to me. I always notice that 3 humps do not always necessarily lay all the way back down. Especially if this hump's higher than this hump. So ZETA, I likes it. So we got Jay Yevy in the chat. Welcome to the stream, man. Having trouble breathing right now. And so Linda says, I moonbagged my AR. My girl. That's how you do it. Shout out to Celinda. Doing it the right way, in my opinion. When you moonbag it, you can't go wrong. The only thing you can do is look at yourself and say, I wish I bought more. Just write it on up. You just take that. You can always build another moonbag, baby. Always build another moonbag, the same thing even. Great job. I recommend that you have a separate wallet for your moonbags so that you don't get them confused. If it's it gets confusing sometimes to keep up with it. I have to make a list of what I got moonbagged and what I don't. But that is awesome, man. I love that moonbag strategy. You can't go wrong with it. You just can't. Grimmer says CTI hit 0.064 yesterday, and your measure move was a great target. Measure moves usually, they're pretty awesome. Let's take a look at CTI. How's it doing today?
Oh, smash it.
Talking me plus you, I got things to do. Talking me plus you, I got things to do. Talking me plus you, I got things to do. Talking me plus you.
Well, gosh darn it, I need some more buttons to click. Hey, there's a moonbag. Fire moonbag strategy. So yeah, we had this measure move target about 6.1 and it went all the way up. Yeah, 6.3, 6.4. Awesome. So now what we're looking at for CTI, will it do what we see? Was it arweave? Yeah, arweave. Will it do what arweave did? And you know, it's already poked a hole through this trend line. That would be awesome if it did. Do we have any signs? Are there any signs? That one doesn't look as happy. There is one little sign. That little sign is this green right here. That is money flow coming into the green after being in the red. That's just a good sign overall. Doesn't mean just going to go through the roof though. Stochastics are turning down a little bit on the daily. We've got a red dot on Market Cipher. Might be playing red light, green light. We do that. Go to red dot, red dot, green dot. A little tricky to read right now. I guess the biggest thing that's telling me that it might have a good chance is this Ichimoku cloud being away from the price and very, very skinny. It's in no danger of going bearish right now. Price is only bearish when it's below the cloud. Look how far away it is from that. So that's on the daily telling me that. Everything looks really nice and juicy there. I would like to see her bounce off of this area and just try to make another run for it. Every indicator I've got says that she could, except for this one, 4 hour, lost the 9. It can gain it back. It does it over here and gains it back. So it's not always, you know, like a guarantee that's going to drive right to the 21. It usually does though. If you get a full candle close below it, then it usually comes back to the 21. And, you know, we play that same game there. Starting to get the cross here though on the 4 hour MACD. Okay. Looking for any sign she might be trying to get a bounce. Because I would really like to see you make a go of that. That would be awesome. The trend line holds, she can get a bounce and have the second run up there. If she can make it above there and hold it, man, we could maybe see almost 10 cents come out of this guy. Because she would go crazy parabolic. I guess I can get rid of these confusing lines I don't need. They're bugging me. I don't like dashed lines. I don't know why, but I just don't like them. What was this? There has to be a double bottom somewhere. All right. Yeah, we're definitely coming up to 7.4 cents. Yeah, we're still on our way up there. We have to zoom out. To see this bigger picture of this nice double bottom. And once it gets up here at 7.4, then we got a measure move that could take us up to 14 cents from here. So, wow, even do another 2x from here possibly. Nice. I've still got my CTI. And actually, you put a comment. I think it was you put a comment on the YouTube channel, and it just refreshed my memory. I need to look at CTI, and thank you for doing that. Because I added more to my bag. And I wouldn't have if you hadn't made a comment. So that's just the synergy that we get on this channel. I like it. Like it. All right, let's take a look at NOS. I brought this one up when it was a couple of dollars or less, and I saw potential in it. So I thought I would share that, and sure enough, she went crazy, broke out of a bearish pattern, and just kept on going. There's no way. I mean, we take a measure move right from the breakout. So great targets, but she just kept on going. They were relevant. You can come down the smaller time frames, and you can see how they were places of support and resistance. That's just how it works out. And now what? All these targets have just been smashed. And it does not fit with this song that we're listening to at the moment, but can't help but just have to really respect. All right, so let's see if we can make some sense out of nosana. Too bad anal OS ain't doing this good. Nosana, I almost thought it was a meme coin, and I almost passed on it, but when I found out that it was a lot like arweave and all that, and that's what those sectors are growing. With the AI, that's probably your best bet. A lot of the crypto coins that call themselves AI, you know, some of them are related, some of them might have instances of it, but most of them, not really. They may be planning on it or thinking about how to do it, but not really. But the GPU services, the things like that, the decentralized computational things, I really like that idea. And especially with the AI, whenever mainstream has an AI hit, it's going to carry over into crypto, and all the AI stuff is going to pump, whether it's actually AI or not. Crypto is still a hype-driven narrative. What are you doing? Nosana, what? Are you doing a triple bullish breakout? What? Falling wedge, another parabolic move out of that. That's crazy. All right, so We've got to pull everything out of the top. She should be topping out here soon. All right, let's play some little games here. I have to use more. I'm doing Elliot like the crazy man does over there. All right, we got a possible target over here at 820. Don't know if we will hit it. I want to chart out a couple others, like 754. Looks like we're coming right up to the 300% Fibonacci extension. And this might be, if this is, should I explain what I'm doing? I mean, I guess I should always explain what I'm doing. I just don't want it to get too, you don't have to get into all this, but it is helpful. It's just little tricks you pick up along the way here. And I'll take a minute to explain what I did, and who knows, it might help somebody out. This one was our 1618 or 3618. Okay, so this is just your basic Elliott wave things as I've been learning it. Elliott wave believes in 3 humps and a dump. Is the easiest way I can explain it. You got, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4. Your 4 cannot touch the 1 or overlap that. And then you get a 5, which could stop here or any measure in between. All right, well, if you pull a fib from swing low to swing high, the extension, the one that does 3 parts, it will give you that big scale there. This one is usually a 1618, and then this one can be a 3618 on that scale, and that's what I do, is marking those. It does not work out perfectly like that all the time. That's just kind of a general rule to go with. And I am not I'm not an Elliott wave expert by any means. It's just little things I add to my toolbox to kind of help me figure things out for situations kind of like this. But Alice says she should be doing 3 humps and a dump. I find it hard to see how she's going to get to $8, but I'm just, we'll throw it out there and see if that happens. But yeah, so I kind of agree with Elliot here. I think a pullback to here. If I was doing this any other normal way, I would be looking at, and did you do yours? Did he count his the same way? I figured he would count it that way, so I counted mine that way. If we're breaking out of this pattern, a good chance that we can bounce here, and then we might actually, but that goes against the ABC principle. We have the ABC. If I'm looking at, Elliot says after you reach your 5th wave, that 3rd hump, you do a correction, right? And you do a 3-wave little correction. So you get an A to the downside, which I'm thinking should go here, and then you'll get a B to the upside, which could be right here. A C, which could be here, and then you start it all over again, either to the downside. Well, it'd probably have a more corrective thing if we were bearish, but I'm hoping for something like this, and then we start a whole nother wave 1 over, and then it converts this, if my understanding is correct, converts this whole 5-wave thing to a 1 wave, and then we start a much bigger move to the upside. That's what we're hoping for. Let's see. I'm going to leave everything on here just like we got it. Well, I got to take this off or it's going to be on everything. Elliot, get up of there. I am mostly a pattern trader or pattern analyst, but Index has a chance. Where'd you go? Well, how rude. Index has a chance to blow past all-time high, no? Tiny market cap. I got Index, and I thought it was down today. I saw it on my... Where did I get Index? Oh, no. Yeah, I do. I do. Let's take a look at it. Index Cooperative. Okay, yeah, so she was down a little bit. Index has a chance to blow past all-time high. And I think we're talking about the right coin? Okay, it's all-time high up here. at 814. Well, that's cool. She did that. If it does go past all-time high, I'd be looking at 1015. Got nothing there. So her accumulation levels, I should have marked it, I didn't do it. She's out of accumulation. Good. In a downward channel, which should break to the upside, and she's flagging, and it looks like she's trying to do that. They've already poked some holes through that, so it's weak enough where it can get back up there. We're looking to get back up to the 814. And maybe to 1014, 1017, that area. She's on the 618. That gives me some more confidence for this area for a AB equals CD move. And that is basically taking this, putting it at that 618, which takes us up to, I didn't pull it right. I didn't measure you right. Missed a little bit. Takes us right up here to right this 382, negative 382 area. Really close, really close. Oh, come on. Come on, little line. Yeah, 1004 right there is where I got the actual move for that. Okay, cool. So we got some confidence for the $10 area. Looking pretty juicy. And I'm on the weekly time frame. Let's come down now to the daily. Moving averages look nice. It's above the 9 on the daily. That's always a good thing. Got this trend line that we've deviated away from, and now we got this horizontal support. That's cool. Basically getting a symmetrical, almost a symmetrical triangle. It doesn't really feel the bottom of it. So I'm not sure if it, it kind of, this one angles, we can call that. It's a strong sign that it's not even, having to come back and touch this trend line. That's pretty cool. And it's got some kind of support level going on there. And even taking a measurement from that still suggests that you're getting back to your all-time high about 740. I'm seeing some bigger things. It's just working its way up and flagging out, in my personal opinion. I kind of lean more toward the AB equals C thing with the Fibonacci's there at $10, which would be cool. $3 to $10, that's almost a 3x. It's what I see from index. It's pretty juicy. And then when it confirms right here, all it's got to do is just come back up here. And then, well, now you got a chance for something even bigger. That would give us a measure move to 1539. Just looking much deeper possibilities into the future there. Just how things would play out, can play out. Not saying that they will, no guarantees. So about 1536, 1014 looks really, really good to me. I like the confluence. I got that. Strega says this music slaps. Ooh, let me see which one it is. Oh, this is my February mix track. All right, so we looked at NOS, we looked at XCN, we looked at ZETA, we looked at AR. I like this one, banana. I got a little bit of banana, and then I was like what was it, about $14 or something, right? Down here, yeah. She went crazy. Here we are using the fibs again, like what I just showed you a little bit a while ago. That's what we did here. It's 2618 area. See how it respects these fibs? That's why we use them. $46. Still a possibility. Gosh, I can't believe that. I want to get more of it. There's so little of this coin. I found it interesting. But the 618 got respected. She broke out of the channel and she's going parabolic. Why she go? She should. Let's see. Let me see how I did my fib here. Oh, I did a regular fib, didn't I? She should definitely be getting a pullback and most likely coming back to retest this trend line. Maybe back to about the $23, $24 area, this little congested area, come back and retest that. And keep our eyes on that, but she's definitely done some damage. So I only got 10 of these guys. I did not buy that many. I was just nibbling and then didn't think about how to nibble on it again over on Uniswap on this one. So I guess we just see what she does, but if she comes back to 25, I might add to that bag. It'd bring my price entry. See, I've got it somewhere around this area here. If I bought it there, it'd bring my price entry down to around $16, $17. About equal with this area. Not bad. Banana gun is what it is. And it was hot on Tokenmetrics, still is. Interesting little... The tokenomics are interesting. $77 million market cap, still tiny at $32. That's why I'm still kind of... I mean, you add a zero to that. It goes to 320 from where we are now. And you look back and say, and you thought $32 was high? There's only 10 million of these guys. There's 2.4 million circulating. Its all-time high was recently, so it's in price discovery as we speak. All-time low was $5, and that was 5 months ago. This is Trade Crypto the Banana Way. Welcome to Banana Gun, your trading bot available on Telegram and web app. Snipe incoming launches or safely trade tokens that are already live. We aspire you to be your go-to platform for trading on the Ethereum network and soon on other chains. So they hope to go to other chains. Honestly, I've already forgot what this was, but Unibot was that's another Telegram bot that has done very well. They get the low number of coins and I don't know, interesting. I would expect it to perform something like Unibot with the, probably the similar ups and downs. But it does look to me like 46 might be coming in order there. And that kind of takes it up to Unibot territory. Unibot got really expensive. It got up to like $200, almost $300 at one time, I think. This one might be able to do that too with the low number of coins there. But it wouldn't stick, it would, you would have to definitely make sure you take your profits on them because it'll fluctuate. All right, so we got Banana Gun. Need to take a look at XRP. I think the last time we looked at it a few days ago, I was feeling bearish about it. And I don't think it's being very bearish, so. Or is it? She's still at 58 cents. Okay. I was looking if she lost this line to come down to 42. Okay, I remember saying that. And she was below, I think she was below that. She broke back above that, so that's a good sign. So she looks like she's back in safety at the moment. Let's carry that to that wick. Still good, still good. So things are starting to look better for XRP. Let's go with the weekly just to see what we got going on. Look at some of these indicators. MACD starting to turn around a little bit. Haven't got our bullish cross yet, but that's a good sign. Stochastics right here are headed to the upside. VWAP, that's this yellow here, is headed to the upside. That's good. Okay. For some reason, I thought I was more bearish on it. I'd say it's probably because it was below that trend line and flirting with dropping below this one. So I don't see those signs that it's going to come back down to this trend line anymore. She looks like she's working to recover that. She bounced off the, let's see, we're on the 5-day here, the 100 moving average. It's still going to be a struggle for it to make gains, though, in my personal opinion. I mean, I can see it's definitely heading up to $1 up here. But she's got a lot of baggage to deal with, this 100 moving average being, it bounced off of there, and that's cool. Working on coming back into this pattern on this chart. I guess technically we would need to kick that wick in mind, so we should be back in it. It's just got to, you know, all these moving averages got to flip over this yellow one. They've all got to work and flip over it, and that's going to take some time. But after that happens, the selling will be a lot smoother.
Tell me a damn thing. I'm lost. At least it's a daydream. I turned into a
Mike says, were you in crypto back in 2027, 2018? If so, do you remember DentaCoin? Barely. I remember something about that. Yeah, I've been in crypto since late 2013, early 2014. And I got started by mining, and I don't know. And then there was a little season where I was just your normal retail back when Bitcoin was, oh gosh, I remember she had a little run somewhere around $1,200 and $800 being around there. She came back to 400, and it was still dropping, and I had no idea how market cycles or anything, and I don't think many people even figured it out at that time. I just remember selling it and thinking, I give up on this, and sold all my Bitcoin around $400, and then she went up. And then I remember getting back in, I think about 2015. And my wife was always complaining because I was on my phone, always trying to mess with it, right? And I just got frustrated and said, screw it, I'm done. Because I was just mad at her, and I just sold everything I had. That was right before Bitcoin started on this journey to 17,000. Emotions, they'll kill you every time. Every time. Now, I feel pretty confident that I've got this, at least a system, mostly figured out. At least something that works for me that can work for others too. It does work for others. And life is much different now. But gosh, if I just knew then what I knew now, but I didn't even have a clue where to find out how to learn it. Can you do ALGO and Solana? Sure can. When I put DEGEN out, I got DEGEN 9 out on my thumbnail, right? That's pretty much just free for all, DEGEN 9, whatever you guys want to look at. I've got a list of stuff and go over, we can get to it. But nothing pressing important that I've got to, like a trade setup I got to get out to show you guys that might be ready to take off or anything. Everything's looking pretty juicy right now, so if you got your bags packed, you're enjoying the heck out of it. So Algorand, take a quick look at Algorand. I'm pulling Binance because it's the first chart, just easier to be consistent to find it. That was wild. Well, let's pull this little guy down. Did you respect it? Yeah, it looks like it did respect that. I didn't count that wick before. Price came all the way back to where it wicked to before. Just under 10 cents there, and now we're at 21. Nice little come up. All right, so this isn't happening. I'm on the 5-day chart still. Just a bigger time frame. The good news that I've got is that in the Ichimoku cloud, love it. It'll spit you out on the other side above a little thin green cloud, and then you start riding it to the top. So 33 cents and 35 cents, those areas should be coming. It just lost this trend line, and I don't know that it's going to pop back above it to make it happen. It looks like it's going to start going on a new trajectory, but This line is so steep that it's no problem. It can still keep going and go right on up to 30 cents there. We've got this really steep falling wedge, which falling wedges are great. They do break out to the upside. This one had low volume, but the steeper they are, you know, the less exciting they are as performers. The shallow ones are really the juicy ones. The steeper ones, you know, it'll do some stuff, but don't expect, you know, a big sudden, you know, reversal, big strong move out of it. Don't expect targets to quite be reached as quickly. But nice round in shape, and you could argue that we may be trying to do some kind of head and shoulders pattern. Because that's almost confirmed. Now that confirms. Get a nice little target here at the breakout, also giving us just all back through these areas here. What is that, 39 cents? So that would be the latest idea that I've got. Unless you want to go into something a little bit more macro, and that's where we start getting them 71, 88 cents up through there as we start making our ways back up. These are fib areas that also correspond with these areas of congestion to the left, and $1.40 and $1.67, but we're just not in that area yet. Right now we're still in this accumulation zone, which is the juiciest place to pick it up. Anywhere under 33 cents is pretty much a good place to get algorand for the major part of this bull run, when she can start seeing prices of $2 to $3 again, or more. So I like what I'm seeing there, and let's go to the smaller time frame, see how she's doing. 4 hour looks great, being above the 200 moving average, above the 9. If you're above the 9 moving average on any time frame that you look at, you're doing great. As long as you're above the, well, now that's a good general rule. It's even better if you're above the 200 moving average and the 9. Then you're doing excellent.
Excellent.
See anything here? No, just higher highs and higher lows. She might have a chance to come back to 20, 21 cents. I'm not really seeing it. I'm seeing her edge on up toward 23 and eventually up to, what was it, 33 cents. Bigger target I got for that. Solana. Did we do it on Binance? What's we got going on here? There we go. Got to zoom out. I think this is just my thoughts. I mean, she lost this major trend line, but she's still in another trajectory, in my personal opinion. I think we follow that angle there. Let's copy it and bring it down. But she's lost that level too, so she keeps losing levels. That's interesting. And right now we're here. I think we're starting to look like a waffle pattern. That's where you get. I got a waffle. So it respects the angles. So that's what our grid looks like on this little guy. It's crazy, but all these lines are respected in these channels. So we gotta see what she's going to do here. It looks crazy. This is not what I usually do. I'm just showing this. I'm just doing this as an example of how well respected the angles are on these trends. And that can help you, once you understand that can help you predict where it can go when you understand. It all really does fall into the channel. You just gotta find it. So Solana, I'm still looking for 142 to come up. 126 is going to be in that area. Will be the next main target to look for, to make a higher high. Could she be doing a cup and handle? I wouldn't call it that. She's kind of pointy, but she can be doing something similar. Cup and handles are continuation patterns. I would think that she's probably just respecting this little pennant that she got out of. That's how I would look at it, and I would take that little measure move, put it there, and I would mark that at 186. And I also got it up to here, this area. Let's fine tune it. But after revisiting Thomas Bukowski and his suggestions on the measured move, I am leaning more to put it to the bottom of the pattern. He does suggest that, so why do I want to change the rules? So 188, maybe 204. It might be possible. Might be. Mostly I'm looking for 142, 143 area. Mike says, Jansen coming back to almost 1.7. Nice. Still above the 9 moving average, so I can't say anything bad about it. If she loses it, I'm looking about 12.3. And that corresponds with this wick here on the bigger time frame. I'm sure I got more. Okay, with that. So this sucks. I don't like these triangle, symmetrical type triangle patterns here. Let's see what we can figure out. That works. To a wick. That's been broken. So I guess the question is it going to break out here, or is it going to come back in this green cloud, come back and visit these lower areas? And it depends on if it gets rejected off this dotted trend line. If she breaks above it, she can definitely go up to 2.5. And it would be more of a wild looking little pennant shape. Stochastics are kind of high, but you know, they can get caught up there. That's all right. The right here is the thing. The 4-hour MACD looks like she's getting ready to flip to the upside there. That's looking good to me. Ichimoku cloud's a little thick, but look, it's starting to turn up a little bit here. I mean, she's got a chance to make a breakout. I don't know if it's going to work out great or not. When I look at my moving averages, the 9 are in the 21, so that's going to be a little something. And then when the 9 crosses the 21, I'd feel much more confident about that happening. But she's definitely trying. Go, Jasmine. Looks good on the 1 hour. Got a little consolidation going on with our moving averages here. I think we're going to have to wait and see, you know, as these things start coming up. You know, like it did here on the 45 minute, how it came up and found some support. It'll do that on the 1 hour too, and we'll just have to see how it reacts to that. I think it'll, and I think the 1 hour will tell it. The 2 hours is a little bit too far away. It looks like this one's going to give us our clue as it starts making up. So we should find out in the next couple hours. Ichimoku Cloud suggests that maybe she's going to make a run for it. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's adjust our trend lines here on the 15 minute. And still don't quite have that breakout. But I do see some volume coming in. That's pretty cool. So it looks like she's trying. Looks like she's definitely trying. Go for it, Jasmine. Gotta take out Toshi. This is on base. Should be on Coinbase too, right? I thought it was a Coinbase coin. What are you doing? You're on CoinEx. It's not Toshi the cat. Is it a cat? Anyway, I got mine on base. All right, so Toshi, little meme coin. It's supposed to be the only one that's on base, my understanding. Man, she's just not not really getting rejected anywhere, is she? It just keeps going higher and higher. So I'm curious to see if Toshi can make it up to, we're at 13,068 now. See if we can make it up to 15,219. That would be what, another 16%? From down in this little accumulation area, it's had a nice little 28% move. I'm hoping that I got in this one early enough that I can experience some of that meme growth, if it's ever takes off, and it may not ever take off. That's a crappy trend line. Only got 2 touches. It's not valid. You've been hard to chart. I got to say, this one's quite difficult. I'm not sure if you topped out there or not. All I can do really is just put a nice little point of support. And this one might be one right there. So it looks like we got a possible support resistance flip going on right now. All right, we'll check back in on Toshi. I'm looking for this target and a little higher. 16,781, but oh well. Miro. Meme coins seem to be popping. Does that mean that Bitcoin's going to dump soon? Miro. Okay, well, we need you to get up here, Miro. Okay, that is our accumulation zone. That's the 382. Still liking all of that. So she took off, blasted the upside. We had a megapone pattern that she ended up losing after she lost her parabola. That was the time to get out, especially after dropping below that 9 moving average on the daily. Good sign on something after a parabolic move to jump out of. Came down to the downside, and now we're trying to, looks like maybe double bottom. Looks like it had an Adam and Eve that worked out and came back retest. Slowly working our way up there. MACD looks kind of cool. We got the EO duck lips right there. I like that for a move to the upside. Miro. I see 95 cents coming, but that's not worth selling at. I think the target to shoot for selling be right in the neighborhood of about 17 cents, and we're at 7 cents right now. Sam says, what's the word on Gala? Gala is actually on my list here. Let's take that one off. We did XRP. Gala, I think, has been moving up. Oh, gosh. I'm on the daily, and this is a noisy chart. I mean, I know some of it's my lines, but still. She came up to our target at 618 Fibonacci 4.2, so getting in at the 200 moving average, that's a moon bag. That doubled. do I want to just erase this and do this all over or what? This just looks noisy. My personal opinion. Huh. I think we're in our accumulation zone. And I think this is our megaphone. So normally I'm looking for like a triangle, but not necessarily. Channel. I mean, your wedges are basically channels that are cut in half anyway. Like so. To me, I think Gala's got showing the signs that she's going to end up breaking out and coming back to 15 to 20 cents there. Yeah, that's our main one too. So 7.7 cents would be a main target and a key level we gotta get above from looking over here to the left in that area too, all that congestion.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Because I'm dead.
618 area might come into play. That 786 is really the juicy area, in my personal opinion. To shoot for Gala, and that's at 23 cents. Even our 127 comes up to the areas over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark it too. And our 618 has confluence to the left, and I'm gonna mark him too. The Fibonaccis are awesome. They're beautiful. So good old Gala. Short term, I see her in this pattern. Now, it's a good chance that she will get rejected, although maybe she won't. Maybe she'll break out and go crazy. If she does break out, she will go crazy. If she gets rejected, you know, we'll be coming back looking for a partial decline, which would probably be right in this area. Can I get that? Trying to move it a little bit. And so with this pattern, before they break out, they typically, you know, like it'll work up here and then come back and then find an area of partial decline and then kind of come up. And that could be any of these two areas. Let's see if we get some conflict on a fib. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I kind of think right through here. So around 31, 30 cents. It's something you have to monitor as it happens. You know, it's like we're not trying to say we're fortune tellers. It's just if it does go up there, that's what we'd be looking at, and we'll monitor it, you know, as it does to see if it's actually going to bounce there or not. It may come lower. May not even get there at all, but it would be nice. That would actually make a nice cup and handle, honestly. This is on that daily time frame, and if it did just that, that would be beautiful. Even if it doesn't go up any higher, it just starts, and that would even be better. If she could start to do it now and flag down and start working her way up. I like that. Gotta see if she's going to make it up to the top of the trend line. Wish she could. And let me see if I can draw this guy a little bit better here on the daily. It's actually a little bit, oh gosh, that does matter. It opens up a lot more here. Actually, if I look at it this way, with these are touching and this one didn't, it started losing it, right? So you can look at it as doing this, kind of like a secondary trend line. So it's likely that we're going to get rejected here and come back to 32. It's amazing what trend lines will tell you when you just take the time to talk to them. That's also matching with this channel down here, so yeah. So I think this is going to be our partial decline, and then we can, you know, I know it sounds crazy, but that trend line will get touched. She will get touched, but I predict that she will come back to around 31, 32 cents area before she touches it. And that could be a double. That's what I would be looking for on Gala. Crypto Rich says WIF. Let's see, we did Toshi, Miro, and now WIF. I think I'm gonna. This is the song. Can you help me figure out what she is saying in this song? It sounds like she's talking to a bucket. Down, down, bucket. Or this may be the instrumental version. I don't know. WIF. We'll crank it up. Do we have a neckline? We could go from Wix. Okay. Looks like we might have the possibility of getting up around 79 cents. If it meets that measure move. Remember, it is a zone. And there is a percentage to meet that move, which it may have already met at. I mean, meaning that, you know, there's a multiplier you can apply to that that kind of tightens up that measure move to be a little bit more accurate. According to Thomas Bukowski, and sometimes we use that. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I thought it was about 70%. It would put us about right to that wick. But still, full measure moves do get met quite often with this. You can also look at this as being a channel, you know, that we broke out to the upside. Same measure move applies, but it probably looks a little bit better on the 4 hour. As you got the actual candle touches there. Oh, I got one touch on that bottom one. Still works there. So, dogwifhat, I liked it. What else can we do here? What else can we see? It's suggesting 74 cents right there. If you want a real hopium target, I'll give you something to hope for. I will not give you a guarantee, but I will give you something to hope for. Opium's 135. 105 has a good chance to get hit, and so does about 94, 95 cents. But short term, looking about 74 to 79 cents. They'll probably get a retest. If it does retest, probably be coming back around 54 cent area, somewhere through there. Somewhere along this trend line has a good chance, about 64% chance to come back to retest this trend line. Whether it does it now or has to come up higher and then bounce back, just keep that in mind. Let's retest to about 54, 55 cents. Could be a nice little play here, catching a bounce, and then, you know, if it does reach 94, 95, $1.05, or even $1.35. Looks pretty cool. Take a look at Route. This one's been an interesting one. I got out of this and then I got back in it because she did this. Why not? She went up to $9 and she came back to 3 something. Why not jump into it? So now I got another bag of Route. Play it to the upside again. This trend line may be an issue whenever we come into it, somewhere around $8 or $9 again, but that's probably what we're getting ready to do, is come back up and test that area again is what I'm looking for. Made a nice little double bottom, which will take us back up to these areas about 689, 713 that we've been at before. This is a nice juicy buy zone in my personal opinion, but I think it could be a little bit lower. Right where we are now. We just confirmed that double bottom there. We got a Steve and Steve. Came back down to $3. That's crazy. And all it did was retest where the pattern that it broke out of. A very shallow falling wedge, basically. Or not. I had to zoom out. Not a falling wedge on the weekly. It's more of a kind of symmetrically. Broke out, came back, retested that trend line. Yeah. Retested that trend line, and now it's time to bounce to the upside. And we can start looking at 979 again, or 961. What we got, 1180. Some of the bigger targets should be coming into play soon. Route. Nice move. I like that. I like that. And on the daily here, see what she looks like on the 4 hour. Daily looks good. She bounced off the 200 moving average there. 100 moving average is giving us a little bit of trouble, and it might for a little while, but eventually just got to get a little bit of time. 4 hour. Oh, okay. Good. 4 hours getting ready for the golden cross. And on the 4 hours, kind of a major thing. That will be your official buy signal when this 50 moving average crosses that 200. And that would be, you could buy now or you could buy the next dip. Is how I would recommend it. But definitely in a good buy zone for a route for some bigger moves. We're at 5 and we're headed toward 10. So from here, a double. But if you caught it in the $3 area, you would be doing a 3x instead of a 2x. All right, checking Crypto Risk's mover or moonriver. Yeah, I wish that one would go back to $40 something again. I took a little profit when we had that big move to the upside, but I should have pulled more out. I should have moonbagged it then. I could have, but I thought I sold a little about where we are now, I think, and then more when we got up in 40s. She's just been sideways, just crazy sideways. That's just weird. But it does spell a big move whenever we do get that big move. And it looks like she did a 618 retracement, just kind of looking at what we got here. And that means that $58 can come into the picture there. So I like that. I'm going to color you a different line so I know what you are. Ooh, yeah. And see how that lines up with this 1618 when I pull from swing high to swing low. I got confluence with that way too. $34 might be a little bit of a problem. Or there might be some rejection there. 34 to 38 through that little zone. That's how I would treat this between these as a zone. Between 618 and 786. Those are good reversal zones. Or corrective zones, I guess. We can go up and maybe pull back before you make a higher move. But I'm only looking for $58. So I've got some good confidence that will hold. That was also what, my 127? Let's do it. I need to see you get up there, mover. TrueData has been trying to get a test node up and running for Babylon. It ain't easy though. I'm interested in getting some nodes set up, man, but yeah. I started looking into that and I was like, I don't want to be tied down to this thing for 2 days trying to figure this out. I got other things I got to do. I don't want a 2-day headache. Some of it looks complicated, so I just want to, but I wanted to do is put my coins to work. That was the whole game plan. Put them staking, but you know, you can also put them onto a node, and a node sounds really interesting, man. They're profitable. They're lucrative. They got something. It seems like a good source of passive income, and I want to explore that, but I just haven't got out to do it quite yet. May wait until the bear market to do it. I don't know. All right, guys, the time is now 12 o'clock. I think we started earlier at 10:30, so we've been on about an hour and a half now. Went over quite a few coins. Still got more on my list to go through. We can get them tomorrow. No big deal. Everything is pumping off pretty nice. I don't even think we looked at the indices tonight, did we? Here's what we're looking at. Total 3 broke up above my trend line. That's a rising wedge. And on the shorter term time frame of the 4 hour, looks like technically that means that we should get just a buttload of money coming into altcoins any minute now. I don't know why, but that's just what it says. People are they're selling out of Tether, going into Bitcoin and going into altcoins. And apparently memes. So does that mean that Bitcoin dominance will get rejected again? Or start skyrocketing? I don't know. Have to watch this market. All I know is that numbers are going up like we want them to, and we're looking more like 2020 or early 2021 than, and you know, I felt like a moon boy when I would put that theory out there about Bitcoin, but I mean, it just matched up so well, and especially with the sentiment in the market with what's going on. It's like another version of this that we're starting to do on a much bigger scale. It's a bigger scale. It's blowing my mind that even before the halving, we're almost at our all-time highs. It's also blowing my mind how Bitcoin can make such a big come up, and I don't have a Lambo yet. So altcoins are really trailing behind Bitcoin, and I hate to be the one that says it, but it's got to be said, and I will be doing this differently next time. I learned this lesson last time, but I'm definitely going to play it out more to the book next time. So market cycles, as the bear market's in down through here, next time that we start coming down, I'm probably not going to be looking at altcoins whatsoever. I am probably just all going to be Bitcoin, and then I will display it by Bitcoin dominance as to when to get in altcoins. And it may mean that I'm not getting the juicy bottom dollar prices on altcoins, but I'm finding that it, you know, Bitcoin's outperformed everything. So if you really just focused on Bitcoin when it was between 15 to 20,000, well, I mean, even right here, paper trading shows it right here. That's what I did, mostly Bitcoin. So the altcoins are cool. You can definitely make multiples, but you don't have that your whole value for portfolio. You know, you're in several different altcoins functioning at different ranges, but if you focus mostly on having that Bitcoin for your portfolio, well, it's going to rise that tide better than if you're staying in stablecoin, which just stays the same. And I did that. I went heavy on Bitcoin this time. I made sure I did do that. But now I'm it's just crazy. Bitcoin is just on fire, still in the show, and I'm afraid it's going to make altcoins suffer for a little bit. Eventually they will come into the plan, but it's being delayed, definitely. So win Moon, win Lambo, altcoins. Because Bitcoin's getting ready. She's looking bullish, baby. She's looking bullish. Should we do one last thing? Should we do one last thing? I need a good Bitcoin chart with some good history that I haven't mucked up too much. Is that the same one? No, that's different. Okay, what's this? Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna have to end up erasing. Do you got history? No, you're not big enough history. I need some big history. There we go. What's the... Are you the same one? Okay, different. I don't want to mess up a... Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Look. I got a fib. I pulled a fib. Nailed it. Look. Haven't been back on it. What's this on Kraken? I haven't even looked at this chart in forever. Okay, well that's a fib. So that's another thing to show you how juicy fibs are. It nailed where we were going to go today. Too bad it wasn't on the chart that I was following today when I saw that. Let's get rid of all this, but I think this is kind of interesting idea. Little thing that we do all the time here on this channel. That's a channel. Because I'm talking about channels. We'll take this big old line. And you guys know what I'm going to do, right? Boom. Where are we going to go? I'm looking at 76, almost 77,000 on our trajectory that we are currently at. So, what do you think about that? Well, let's see how easy that comes about. I need to, we'll come back to that. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you for putting up with me, and thanks for sharing your ideas and just looking at charts and doing our heads out there and for chatting in the chat room. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Be here again tomorrow night looking at the market. Trade carefully, enjoy the money. Oh, look at that, man. I'm on the weekly chart. Look at that golden cross right there. Yeah, that happened several weeks ago, but it's always worth pointing out right now. It is looking so juicy for Bitcoin. Crazy. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make you look like you're so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind. Unpredictable. Fade eye off the ground, you ain't no one.
Yeah, don't forget about Barachain. I still gotta look into that. That looked very interesting. Testnet supposed to be doing an airdrop. Shout out to True Daredevil for mentioning that. Franzi asked if I hold Rowan. I used to use that, and then they got exploited, and I pretty much lost all the Bitcoin that I was building up there because I'd built up a nice little bag of Bitcoin over there. It was a wild story. Now I hear that they're starting it back up again. I've got Rowan. I don't know what it's worth or anything now. I did have a whole ton of it. It's Sif Chain. Rowan Energy. We can check that out tomorrow night to remind me. I'll write it down, but don't always get to what I write down either. All right, good night, everybody.
Give me a miracle. I need a syllable.
Good night, John boy.